question. Care to go next? I believe you've brought a listener's question with you.
Yes, it was actually an audio listener's question from Cora.
Always after some gold stars.
Hi,
Nick.
lovelies. Cora here. I just want to say first off that how much I love the podcast and the work that you guys are doing. So my question is, how sustainable are houseplants, and can they be a gateway drug to environmentalism? Thanks, guys. See you soon.
Oh, Emma loves
Big fan of that
this.
question.
Oh, she's got a second question there.
Oh, sorry. We got so overexcited with the first one.
But we'll keep that in the back pocket, maybe for later.
Oh, stop. He's
my
come so well
goodness.
prepared.
So there we go.
Thanks,
the question
Cora.
is, how sustainable are houseplants, and can they be a gateway drug to environmentalism? Now, you gave me the one good thing. I feel like it's only right that I should repay the classic For What It's Earth schema.
I'm not prepared for this.
And do a little
sorry,
mini
are we no longer in
quiz.
control? What's happening here?
Three mini quiz.
But I don't want Mark
he's
to
come
have
with
to
a
sort of
mini quiz.
redo it. So I thought maybe I would do the tune a cappella, but now I'm immediately kind of regretting that decision.
No,
I'm
please.
overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. I'm going to do it anyway. Mini quiz. Anyway, that's all you're getting. Do you know your philos from your pathos? That's what we're finding out with this one. So
I can
Emma and
tell you
Sophie-
right now.
Greek?
No.
No, yes. My first question is from a survey according to Miracle Grow, and I would like to know how much the average Brit spends on houseplants each year. Is it
Good
A,
question.
£136.66?
Not specific.
Yeah.
Someone's been going
B.
with my bank statements.
£258.32?
It's too much.
Or C, £306.71 a year, I should specify.
Someone's doing well.
Average person.
I also think it depends where people are shopping, right? Because if you go to the garden centre or a nice like local nursery, you're spending £300 on houseplants is very doable. If, however, like me, you'll go to like Lidl for your weekly shop, and then Lidl will have a deal on, and you'll come back with a 3-foot houseplant for £7.99. You might be better. You might be more on the first.
I will say
end
these
of
are
the spectrum.
Miracle Grow. This is a Miracle Grow survey. So these people are serious about fertilizer. So take that into account.
I'm going to say the first
Are you
one.
saying I'm not serious about fertilizer?
Oh, I didn't want to accuse anybody of not being serious about fertilizer. Trust me.
Okay, I'm going middle.
I'm going to say number one. Or
Okay.
number A. Letter A.
You go A, I'll go B.
Yeah.
Guys, it's not number A. It's not even letter B. It's C. It's the big one. It's the big one. These people are
Big
crazy.
numbers. These people are crazy. That's probably us.
Say again. 300
So
and what?
£306.71 a year.
£71.
That's got to be like 2 plants a month. I mean, this is a pretty tight survey, I think.
Are these
I
people
think.
killing the plants and constantly needing to rotate them, or do they live in this wonderful interior jungle? This is my question.
Ooh,
I hope the latter. I hope the latter.
the
And then
quality must be good.
Good mini quiz.
Go on then.
I have a second question. And this was Mind, the mental health charity here in the UK, with Chelsea Flower Show. And they asked respondents to kind of respond to the prompt, does gardening or spending time in nature improve your stress levels? And what I want to know is, what percent of respondents do you think said yes?
99%, with one stickler trying to throw off the
I'm going
survey.
to say 97.
Do you know what? Those answers are much better than the 63% that did say yes. So we're going to say that it's 99.
Oh my goodness, what's happening
Wait,
to
so
the
actual
nation?
gardeners
I know.
who spend their time doing the thing have gone, no, actually, it stresses me. Actually, to be honest, maybe it depends on what time of year, because if they are drowning in courgettes, that is a stressful part of the year, even though
Do
you might be
find-
loving.
Yeah, there's a lot of courgettes
gardening.
around at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
enjoying
it's
that.
like when you're trying to work out which seedlings to save because you've sown millions and then you can't fit them all in. That's also a
Or
stressful
perhaps
period.
if the weather's been really bad, or like the soil is dust, which it is at the moment. And
Yes.
they're like, why are my verbenas not growing?
Fabina.
For sure.
Good questions.
For sure.
Yeah,
But
like
we,
that a lot.
Well, we failed
but we
both
all know
those
that,
quizzes.
growing houseplants or cultivating any kind of living thing can bring loads of like mental health benefits. And I feel like they've definitely had, indoor plants in particular have definitely had their time in the sun or the time in their indoor light in social media over the past like 10 years. But two of the biggest talking points when I was looking into this in terms of their kind of sustainable credentials was plant miles. How far has that plant traveled to get into your living room or bathroom windowsill or, however. And also, what's beneath the plant, what's in the soil, because that's another question that needs answering.
I've never actually thought about that. That's bad, isn't it?
Wow, the horticultural industry uses a lot of peat, doesn't it? Anyway, this is what Osian was saying, not me.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, no, you've said it. Let's jump right in there. So peat soil is the big talking point. So much of the peatlands are getting ripped up for use for transporting these plants because they naturally can, hold a lot of water. They're really nutrient dense. They're great at transporting those houseplants over long distances. A lot of houseplants in the UK get shipped over from the Netherlands. There's a more favorable climate over there. They've got good logistics centers. So a lot of stuff comes out of the Netherlands. But those peatlands are the things that are really suffering. And just as a reminder for people who haven't gone back and listened, I think there was a bog episode, wasn't there? Deep in the archives.
Yes, there was. I just fanboyed bogs for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. But
We've all been there.
they store globally around 550 billion, with a B, tons of carbon. Which...
It hasn't got a cold, it is a bee.
Just want to make sure that's gone into your brain,
Billion.
Emma and Sophie.
Tons of carbon, wow.
Which is more than twice the amount in all of the world's forests combined.
Not to be sniffed at. Quite a chunk, that. Quite a chunk.
Big old chunk.
Don't sniff at that chunk, whatever you do. So it's really bad, So a couple of things that you can do if you're trying to make your indoor plants more sustainable. Go peat free. I know from my research that the biggest indoor plant supplier online, anyway, the online retailer in the UK, up until this year was using 50% peat soil in all of their plants. And next year, they're only aiming to get that down to 80. So
why can't they just get rid of it? They literally could tomorrow be like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah. So 2027, they say they're aiming for peat free. And I hope that's representative of all of the online retailers. But things that you can do, you don't have to buy from these guys. You can take cuttings from friends and cultivate them in your own home.
Do you know what? I still have I don't know if Lloyd will eventually listen to this episode. He gave me a cutting of one of his spider plants way back when Fortnight just started, when we used to do it all in person. And I've still got one. Giving cuttings from friends is so nice because then you get the story as well.
Plant children.
Yeah.
It's like
Lloyd's spider plant. Like starting a plant family, and you can meet each other on the weekends, and they can go to the park together and all that sort of stuff. Maybe not that, but
You plant on the swings?
You could.
I also think B&Q have a really good plant pot recycling scheme. You can
Do they?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you can take in all your old plastic pots, and I think they make new pots out of them, but they also just use them straight up as well. So that's really good.
Oh, I didn't know that because everybody's got
good to know.
chunks of those.
Yeah, loads
around.
Loads.
For sure. But I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on the second half of the question, them being this kind of gateway drug to environmentalism. Because I remember reading, I'll be a bit cheesy here, but I remember reading about how writers used to have skulls on their desks. That classic image of the man with the quill and the candle and there's the skull. And the skull was a kind of a reminder of, finish your novel because that's going to be you someday. That's coming basically. It was a motivator to finish what you're up to. And I kind of think, how many people have plants on their desks? And instead of it being a reminder of what's coming, the plant can kind of remind you of now that you're alive, that things are happening. And it's that connection to it's like a little microcosm of our world on your desk. And all of those elements about nurturing for it, and caring for something alive. I wonder how many botanists have come out of that feeling, or how many conservationists have just transplanted a cacti, and suddenly there's this care that they never had before. Or maybe your favorite plant, is suffering, and you research it and you find that it's dying a death in a rainforest that you've never heard of. I wonder how they can serve as that kind of connection for us as well.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, how poetic. I I think I have too many thoughts. Let me just straighten them out in my head. The first one being, in the UK, particularly people who have, like, and I'm totally guilty of this, a lot of my houseplants are not native plants to the UK. So they're big, they're leafy, they're like these kind of rich things that you'd maybe expect to see somewhere tropical. So while, don't get me wrong, our monstera in the bathroom is putting out 2 new leaves currently, and that makes me incredibly excited. I get so proud of her. I completely echo your feelings there. No. Open to suggestions?
I name all my plants. Miranda Priestley.
Miranda? The monstera.
Or Stanley Tucci.
There's 2, to be fair. I can have Miranda and Stanley.
Yeah, cool. Done. Sorry, go on. Please
Miranda's
continue.
the one putting out 2 new leaves. I have also, like, so while I think maybe people can really connect with the ones that are in their home, I wonder whether that translates enough to what they see when they go outside and go for a walk if you don't recognise or like see a mirror of that, because you don't see monstera or rubber tree plants in the park and go, oh well, I'm familiar with this plant, I know how this thing operates and what it needs. So maybe we need to get people really getting excited about like native species as houseplants.
On that note, there's a very listeners may know it, there's a very famous flower market in London, Columbia Road Flower Market. And if you go down there now, you will see exactly what you're saying. It'll be monsteras that have kind of in the baking sun, like just clinging on, the big kind of showy plants that are usually kind of in bloom and not great to plant. But Columbia Road Flower Market started off when Hackney Properties had small gardens, and it would be local gardeners sharing cuttings, putting them out on the stalls to sell, and seeing exactly what you're talking about, British flora flourishing on those streets. And yeah, I think there should be a call to return to that sort of plant shopping, because whilst they might not have that kind of like jungular, that's not even a word.
Jungular.
That is a good word though.
I've got a jungular vein. Jungular vein.
I hope so.
I've got a jungular vein, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, they might help us connect to other things that we see around us. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think like I saw on Instagram, classic, someone I know has grown an oak sapling, like a tiny little sapling from an acorn, and I think she has it on a step somewhere just outside the front door or something. And it's just, there's something so special about that. I think because we associate oaks with being really, really old, really massive, really wizened, really gnarled, and having like seen so much history and been around kind of forever, we so easily take that for granted. But to have a reminder that once upon a time every single oak was that small and came from an acorn is so cool. And I think that for me, as you were saying about native species, I think that would stop me in my tracks a bit more when I then see an oak tree at different stages of growth out in the wild.
Oaks are quite easy to grow as well. Obviously, super easy to find acorns.
Yeah.
Go to any park in Britain, you're likely to find an oak at some point shedding. We've got some in our garden. Mark and I got married under an oak tree, and we've got acorns from the oak tree growing into little diddy little.
Yeah, that
and
was
they
a
are
big part of
so cute.
That was a big part of your ceremony. Actually,
We lent into the tree wedding.
Lots of metaphors.
situation.
Lovely.
But yeah, no, that's a good one. Maybe, do you know what? You know, in schools where they give people like a bean or a pea, and they teach kids how a plant, like what the plant needs, because they grow 4 beans and one's got no light and one's got no water. And eventually you see like a bean sprout and turn into a plant. Maybe we should do that with oak trees.
We should all do one. And we don't have to worry about it getting too big, because we won't be around probably by the time it's monstrous. On that lovely light note.
There might be a generation of kids taking their oak trees to university with them. Hello.
Oh, that'd be so nice. This is Stanley.